But now, so for 10 minutes, oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. So for the last 8 minutes, I went through the news and everything, talked about everything, and you couldn't hear me because, and see me, like now, because I did it. I put Windows 11 on my computer and reinstalled everything. The other one was just old and everything. I didn't like it. And of course I didn't save everything that I had to save, every setting. And then OBS, my streaming software here, I put it on and it went live and I was all happy. And then I saw it here, it's all working. But I never thought of maybe pressing start stream here on the YouTube page. For the last 8 minutes I was talking to myself. I apologize. Let's do the intro again. I can't hear that for whatever reason. Why can't I hear that? Did you hear it? I don't know. I had that. Oh, I had to have it in quiet. No, where is it? Video capture. I don't know why I can't hear the sound of the video here, but I'll deal with it later. So I just went through the news without you. Did you saw by BBD Cillian? What are your first impressions? They invited me to drive it in Frankfurt. I declined. I'm not going to Frankfurt to drive for an hour. It's just a waste of time. I'm not doing that for something not amazing. I'm sorry. And I know it's my livelihood to be YouTube, but it still has to do something for me for a trip, and I declined. Yes, now you have 5 minutes to make up for it. Yeah, the news were the Hyundai Kona is now 4,000 euros cheaper than it was in Germany right now. And I talked about that the old Konas I liked a lot, the very first one electric and then the facelift. But the new Kona that I drove a year ago, 1.5 years ago, I don't know, it lost a bit of a few things are just better, other things are just weird. It's not Kona anymore. I don't know. And I rarely see a new Kona driving around an electric one, rarely. The older one, I see them everywhere. Please don't decline the ID2 launch. No, I won't decline that, but it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be another year, maybe even longer. And it's different. You also have to think every time. It's sadly true. When I get a Chinese car, Volvo EX30, Neo ET5, Smart #1, Smart #3, the videos are the same work. Are the same work for me, but nobody's watching them. So I'm not working a lot on a video and then nobody's watching it for a car that I don't think a lot of people are interested in. That's why that's this. No, the EV3, Kia EV3, I wanted to go there and film the car, but the dealer said, no, you're not allowed to do that. You have to ask Kia themselves. I asked Kia and Kia also said, no, you're not allowed to do this. The cars are, even the press cars are on their way to Europe. They're on a ship, and when the cars come, they will give out press cars and everything, and then I can see the car and test drive and everything. But on this occasion, when it was in Landshut, I wasn't allowed to go and film. I would have been allowed to go there by myself and not film and be there with many other people, but that's again a waste of time for me, especially on my day off. Friday is my day off, and I didn't go for that. Thanks to you, I'm getting an ID3. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. And no one is buying those Chinese cars either, in Germany at least. And it's very interesting. Some cars, that's why I have a German and an English channel. I see that all the time. Sometimes I have a car that it is very interesting to the German channel and not so on the English channel. Some are for both and some is the opposite. So for example, the Volvo EX30, nobody cared on the German channel. Nobody cared about those videos. Hi Chris, are you going to test the new ID3 59 kilowatt hours? I heard it has new charging curve, along with all bells and whistles the new 5.0 software has. I would love to test it. I asked Volkswagen, they don't have a press car yet for the ID3 Pro. I asked already, but no, I didn't. I couldn't get it yet. I also want the ID3 GTX Performance, but just for a few days because I tested now GTX ID3 that's in the garage charging right now. Is it already full? Let's see. No, yes it is. It's full. Yeah, there it is. ID3 GTX. 363 kilometers of range. When you do, the last thing I did was 110 kilometers an hour range test today. And Hank has at 80% 427. It didn't drive since Thursday. Yes, I have there's a lot coming up this week, a lot that I'm doing this week, so it's going to be exciting. I'm very happy. A main topic is ID3 GTX, if I'm too old for it, because I noticed it this week when I did 3 driving things, today and also Tuesday and Thursday. I came in late. Have you spoke about the Kia EV9? No. Kia EV9 is no. It's long gone. So I had it for 2 weeks, but it was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Do you have any questions about the Kia EV9? Can I help you with anything? But I'm getting more and more unsatisfied with my 0221 i3 Pro S because of the charging power. Yes, a Pro S, shouldn't it have, does the old Pro S with updated software 3.0 not have 170 kilowatt? Quite undecided if ID3 GTX or Born VZ. Well, if you have to go with GTX Performance. It's a taste thing. I think you should look at both and look at the software, what you like more. Or look. Lots of kilometers in 3 years. Yeah, that is. Yeah. So, what did I do in the last 2 weeks? ID7 Pro S Tourer came. I did all the videos and a lot of tests, and it got picked up this Monday. And ID3 GTX came, it was exchanged. Next car, I don't even know after this week. I have to look. I don't even know. What is the... Cupra Tavascan. Ah, interesting. Nice. I saw one today. I saw 2 since in the last month or so. So in theory, I have 170 kilowatt, but not in those temperatures. And also 100 kilometer highway doesn't help to warm up. But it only has to be at 24 degrees. You should be able to warm that up without driving fast right now, unless you're in the deep north of Sweden or Norway. I got an email about software 3.7 over the update, but does it add anything to 3.2? Not really. It's bug fixes, and I think bidirectional charging works, and that's it. I don't think there's anything, not that I know of, nobody told me. I can't imagine a new ID3 will get much more charging performance compared to the older car. Yes, it does. I did a charging test today with the ID3 GTX. It has the 79 kilowatt hour battery, and the Pro S with the 77 is very similar. They're really good. I mean, peak of 180, and with the new software, new hardware, you can preheat the battery in the winter. That's an amazing thing. Really nice. My new ID3 GTX Performance will be produced next week. Yoo-hoo! My shortlist is now EV6, Ioniq 5, i4, and maybe ID4 or Q4. On that list, I would say EV6. EV6 is a nice car. Ioniq 5, it's okay, but I prefer the EV6, and i4, I think it's too much money for what it is. Apologies, I'm looking for 7-seater EV options trading in EQB materials. I was disappointing over the 2 years I have it. Any recommendation based in Republic of Ireland? Phew. I don't have that many 7-seaters. The EV9 was the first one, 7-seater, and of course the ID bus. Those are gigantic cars. EV9 is a great car. It's nothing for me, but for what it is, it's a great car. If you need that much space, check it out. EV9 rules. I made a lot of videos with that car. We have the dealer Tavascan launch events here in the UK at the beginning of November with demo test cars to drive. Cool. Unfortunately, can't get it higher than 80 kilowatt, even with 120 kilometers an hour. Are you charging under 15%? That's very important. With a MEB platform card. You have to be under 15%, battery at 24 degrees, and there you go. And a charger that can support at least 200 kilowatts. So not even a 150 kilowatt charger. You can't do it. But vehicle to house is only for 77 plus batteries. That's true. That's true. You're totally right. I have Renault Zoe and there's a software update to the BMS at low state of health, which usually gives around 95 to 97 state of health after 40,000 kilometers. But I have heard that state of health on ID3 is unusually low. No BMS update to ID3. There was never an update to the ID3. I think that the Zoe always had a bigger battery, and they gave during the time they gave a lot of the safe battery that they didn't use. They opened that so you don't have a lot of loss, and that's cool. And ID3 didn't have that, especially the Pro. Of course. No, it's the wrong sign. You say above 15% state of charge. You want underneath. What OBD2 dongle do you use or recommend? ID7. Any OBD2 dongle works. They're all fine. Even the low no name and everything fine. But sadly, OBD11 still doesn't work because of FFD2 encryption on the car, and OBD11 can't get into it. Why vehicle to house only at 77 plus? Sounds stupid. No idea, but it is that way. What do you think about Renault Scenic? Looks like having a great range, nice interior, full Google interface, and nice body style. I like it a lot. I was at the Munich Motor Show in September last year, so a year ago, and I saw it there for the first time. It looks amazing. I asked Renault for a press car, and so far they're always saying I'm on a waiting list. I doubt that I will get one. I even emailed a local dealer and that they haven't replied. So I don't think I will get one. If Jill doesn't give me his car, he bought one, then I'm not getting one to test. I would love to test it. It seems like a great car. Hi Chris, new ID4 ordered this week. Does the bi-directional charging actually work? What do I need to use it? You need a special charger from Volkswagen that costs a fortune, and then it really works. They showed it off, but nobody is using it right now because the charger is not that cheap and easy to get and everything. It is a weird DC charger for home. Yes, let's talk about, first of all, here, you haven't seen that. I have a DJI Action 5 Pro here that I'm sending back, and a GoPro Hero 13 down there that I'm also sending back. I got them both, tested them a bit, but they both don't fit in my workflow. I stay with the what I'm doing right now. But there will be a video on the third channel. Oh, I forgot to do, you don't have my advertising in here. Where is that? My God, where is it? Picture. Image, slideshow, image. Where would that image be? I say here maybe? Sponsors or something? Other channels? Yes! Look at me! Haha! Where do I change the size? There we go. Bing! I found it. On this channel. So subscribe. I will test those two action cams. This is way better than any GoPro. It's awesome for a lot of things, but I have 2 GoPros and I use them with a remote, and this doesn't work with that remote, and then I would need 2 remotes, and that's just stupid. And if you use the bidirectional charging, you lose the warranty? What? Really? That's stupid. According to Tronity, plugged in at Ionity on 13% and peaked 73 kilowatt, unplugged at 53% at 63 kilowatt. Are you sure your car is okay? Unless this battery is freezing, so at 5 degrees, this is not a charging curve you should have. So I had back in the day 125, and now it should be 170 kilowatt. Afternoon, everybody. Is it afternoon? What do you think about the ID3 GTX so far? Yeah, you've seen already 2 videos. It drives great. It has great power for that big battery. It feels perfect. The power to weight ratio and everything, regen, the APP 550 210 kilowatt motor is just amazing. Still no ID7 here in Canada. I'm so sorry, you're missing out. Normal warranty 8 years, if bidirectional charging, only 2 years. Why would I use it then? Oh, the battery, that's stupid. So of course the new hardware, new software in the car with 5.0 is awesome, works great. Battery preheating, I used it today when I did a range test today, 130, 110 and charging test. And to the charger, when I went from home here, I preheated the car, and then when I was in the car, I preheated the battery, and when I was at the charger, it was warm. Even though it would have needed longer time, but then plugging in and charging a bit from 90 to 100% with 40 kilowatt warmed it up, and it kept the temperature high even after the 130 kilometers an hour range test, and I could do the charging test without heating. That was awesome. How about software? What was a problem when ID3 first came out? Well, there was a lot of problems when ID3 came. You can't measure that. But ID Software 5.0 still has problems. If you have seen my ID7 Tourer Pro S video where navigation, my GPS didn't work, and I had this in another ID4 as well. So it's not perfect, but it just is way better. I have a question about the 2023 Q4. Did they change the software to allow it to charge at a higher rate than 150? The big battery should charge with 170 kilowatt. The same as ID4. My biggest problem is that I wasn't here during summer, so I don't know if it's really just the battery or outside temperature. Yeah, that's a big problem. What can you do? What if you do one time a YOLOing? So really go on your highway, accelerate to your speed that you are allowed to drive, slow it down, accelerate. Do that for 10 minutes, then plug in under 15% at a charger you are sure that works. It's hard. How would you test it with a different car? But maybe another car is charging there and you see, okay, it's charging with 200 kilowatt. Maybe I can do that too. And then, or if you have an OBD dongle, you can put that on and get, what is it? Car Scanner Pro. You can see the battery temperature. It should be at around 25 degrees. Do some crazy yo-yo driving. Yeah, you can test that and see the battery temperature, and then nice. My only worry with the GTX is the same brakes being used on the more powerful motors. No, that's fine. That's no problem at all. It's not a sports car. It's not a Model 3 Performance or the Model S Plaid. It has the ID3 GTX feels a tiny bit more powerful than an ID3 Pro with the 150 kilowatt motor, because it's heavier, but you have 60 kilowatt more. Acceleration is a second faster, but I'm not a rocket scientist. You're totally right. and you don't need to do that. Just yo-yo it a bit. I always say YOLO. There's no L in there. Just yo-yo it a bit, and then drive it down to 15% and test a charger that you know could do it. If it, maybe that Ionity is not great or something, it's too cold for the Ionity, I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, ID3 GTX is a nice car, feels good. This car has still summer tires on, the 20-inch tires, and I think I have, that's what the title is for. The brakes of a car are much stronger than the motor. Yeah, what he means is that you accelerate and drive a lot fast, and then brake again, accelerate again. You use it sporty so that you brake a lot, not electric car, all regen, and then what he means, this is like a sporty car. You go on a racetrack and drive with a lot of brake force the whole time. What I wanted to say. Yeah, I think I'm old and well, I don't think, I know I'm old. I think I'm used to hang my ID7 because the ID3 GTX, you saw it in my last video, you only live once, which could also be a way to justify enthusiastic driving. Oh yeah, that didn't want to do that. Below 10 and 25 approach speeds for my ID3, that's great. Great, I can't say it. Now, the ID3 GTX is loud inside, and even at 100 kilometers an hour, there is a sound in there that I don't think I had in Walter. Cindy, we drove from here to where we walked the dogs, 10 minutes there and back, and she said, "Ooh, it's loud in here." She noticed it right away. Racetrack driving and brakes will probably get hot over some left. No ID3 here in Canada either. They stopped sale on the ID4 because of door handle. Yeah, I have to ask my Volkswagen contact if the door handle issue is something in Europe too, or just in North America. Because someone asked me that and I had no idea. Yeah, so it's so louder than a lot of cars in that size. And Walter was never loud, not that I was recalled. And even when I edited the video, I noticed, ooh, with loud noise from the car. And today I did the 130 range test and 110 in both speeds. It's loud, and I think it's the tires, the 20-inch tires. I don't know if these are the sport tires. Because I cannot find this on the ID7 that I got in the ID7 Tourer with the sport tires. It said sport on it. On those I can find the sport thing, but I think when you get into the Volkswagen configurator, I can write Volkswagen. Yeah, that's fine. Configurator. Let's see if when you get the GTX. I think you get automatically sport tires, don't you? We have this color on the car that I have right now. What are we? So I have these on. No, it's no sport tire. That's these things. What's the noise here? 71. What's the difference? What is it? It has these ones, TXL and 71 dB. Yeah, but they just feel loud. Only 20 are possible, also as winter tires. Hope it's not louder than... No, it's not loud. Sport wheels are loud. I ordered normal. Where are we? Maybe Walter didn't have the pedestrian warning system, or it wasn't as loud on the early cars. No, it's not about that. It's when you drive faster, so 100, 130. Same tires. No, I had 19-inch wheels. These has 20-inch wheels. Also winter tires. Also winter tires will be 20-inch. Oh my god, I found the tire tread pattern can create a hum sound, so it's not just the size of the tire. Huh. Can you please look into the recently launched Skoda Elroq? Seems like a very interesting car, a very good price. I'd really like to see it tested by you. Well, it will be a long time when you just showed it. There is an option missing. All-wheel drive here. No all-wheel drive for the GTX. I wasn't invited by Skoda for the Elroq event or to look at it or anything. So I don't know too much yet. I wanted to do a video about it. I want to look. what it does and if it's anything interesting, because I don't know. Sport tires are 235. So these are 215. So it's not the sport tires. But I couldn't even select the sport tires, could I? I didn't see that I could select sport tires here. I only get 20-inch wheels, and then I can select either black or gray. And for whatever reason, the black one costs 100 euros more. Is the GTX Performance maybe the one with the GTX Performance? Do you have different tires? No. Oh. Yeah, here we have the sport tires. The Performance has that, but the GTX doesn't have that. Interesting. So we know it's just sport. It's not sport tires. I don't like the black wheels either. It makes the car so dark and you can't see the wheels. Yeah, but I don't know. The comfort driving is okay. Of course, hello, ID7 is a different world. ID4 is already better and ID7 is just different. But the noise level is like night and day. It's totally different. And yeah, I prefer Hank by a lot. Power-wise, yes, and agile-wise, ID3 GTX is just way better. It's the same power as the ID7, but smaller and of course lighter. And I don't know by how much. I should weigh it, huh? I know what Hank weighs. I could weigh. I could weigh the GTX as well. I could do that. That would be interesting. But no, now driving it for a week, I wouldn't want that car. It was, and I hope it's just the 20-inch tires, because it wasn't, I don't know. Today, when I listen to a podcast or an audiobook, I have to turn it up so loud so I can understand it well, and then it's too loud in the car. I don't like it. In Hank, it's just... Does it have Bridgestone tires? My ID3 came with Bridgestones. Recently have Continental fitted and the car has gone so quiet. Yes, it's Bridgestone. It is. I did not take a picture. Did I want to take a picture? Yes, I did. '95 Ts. I don't know which one those are. I took a picture, but you can't see. This is just for me, so I know what the size is for the range test. No idea. That's cute that the silver one cost extra. I hope they put the ID7 door design on the ID4. I don't like the shiny black on the ID4 doors. Can you get a white interior in the ID4 and then you don't have this? I thought you can. Your ID7 is classy. You got 10 years older by driving the ID7. Oh yes, I got older. I just got used to the comfort and the massage and the seat cooling. I wanted seat ventilation today. It was 17 degrees or so, and I was, seat is a bit warm. It doesn't have it. And the screen too, the bigger screen when you have more buttons. I love that. Just Hank is a bit better. I prefer driving Hank, and we're gonna see this week. That's what I'm coming to next. What's happening this week? Number one, tomorrow, nothing special. I'm gonna have to edit a bit the videos I did today, and I have to send back those cameras. Like I said, GoPro Hero 13 and a DJI Action 5 Pro. Then on Tuesday, Matthias and I are gonna compare consumption test Hank against the ID3 GTX. I think that the ID3 GTX has higher consumption, a big time. Does the ID3 GTX have the updated DCC similar to the ID7? No, it doesn't have. This car doesn't have DCC. You can have it. In the performance is standard. it's always in there. But this is not the performance. I will ask about the performance if I can have that. I want to see how it handles acceleration, top speed. I want to drive in an MEB platform car with 200 kilometers an hour and see how that is. So far 180 is the peak. Walter back in the day was 160. Now all the cars are 180. I want to see how 200 is in an ID3 GTX performance. That will be very, very cool. And so comparison ID3 GTX against tank consumption. Then I will, on the same day, I will make a video comparing them, what I missed about ID3. I drove ID3 Walter for 3.5 years, and now I have Hank for 10 months, a bit over 10 months. And I want to make a video about that, what I missed in the ID3 and what I don't miss. So what I love in my ID7 that I can't have in the ID3, but there's a lot of things. I mean, it's so tiny and small, it fits in the garage like nothing. There's no thinking. Where's Walter now? I have no idea. I asked Volkswagen once and they couldn't tell me. I will ask again. I will want to see if they have killed it or they have used it for some car sharing or something. I hope it still drives around and they didn't, you know, destroy it and just got the battery for battery storage or something. You will be getting to order your next car soon? Yes, next year. So next summer I have to order, and I have no idea what. Right now, the only thing that would be interesting, but a big step down from ID7 would be ID2. So something special that a lot of people are waiting for, that's something new. You could take a ride with mine in 3 weeks. I hope I can get it for a week and don't have to go anywhere. How is the GTX ID3 to other cars who are ID3 GTX competitors? How does it stand feature price? What is a competitor for the ID3 GTX? The Cupra Born VZ. I haven't driven it yet, and it's almost the same. What else is a competitor? But your dogs are smallish. The problem is they will fit. It's not a problem, but the comfort function won't be there. The charging won't be there. The range won't be there. Just the comfort. I'm very used to the ID7 comfort. It's very, very nice. And because of that, I don't think I would want GTX. I think that I haven't driven the ID7 GTX yet, but I think MG4 performance, okay. MG gave me one car once. I'm asking them all the time for an MG4 performance. They don't give me anyone. Smart, yeah, and I drove the what's his name? Volvo EX30 twin motor. A lot of power, weird software, weird self-steering that only works till 130 kilometers an hour. That was weird. A lot of work to turn off lane assist. That's what I still remember. Not impressed by the Volvo EX30, but I'm not a fan of Chinese cars. And you notice this right away. When you get into a car and it's not built, when it's designed and thought of in China, then you notice. You just do. There's something weird about this. There's weird decisions that have been made in the software. Why is this there? Why is this there a great feature and then something else is missing? That's mostly when it's designed in China. I've noticed this over the years. Where was I? Yeah, so far the only thing I can think of is an ID2, and it will be, you know, attracting more people for the YouTube channel who can afford then a cheaper car. But maybe I'm getting ID2 as a second car or something. Maybe it's not too small or anything, but just not the thing that I need anymore. The lane assist has been updated with a recent software update on the smart range, but it's still not perfect. No, so the weight you can turn it off, because I don't need it to be on and good. I don't think I'm gonna buy Chinese because of unfriendly geopolitics. That everybody has to decide. I don't want it either, but everyone has to do this. I know from Japanese cameras the software is intentionally complicated. But Japanese and China is something different. For example, Kia and Hyundai from Korea is totally fine. They have great features. Yes, they have the beeping, but I got rid of the beeping in the newest software. It's awesome. Most of the beeping is gone. Amazing. And then a Japanese car, Nissan. I've only driven 2 Nissans, the Nissan Leaf 2 and the Ariya, and they were okay. But Chinese cars, they always have something weird. They always have something amazing, great, and oh God, this is why did nobody ever thought of that? MG4 in the app, you can see the temperature, inside temperature of the car. You can preheat the battery from the app, but then other stuff is not in there that I can't think of right now. But there was other stuff that were like, what the hell? Now has 1.5 software with a driver profile on a drop-down menu, so it's quicker to switch everything off with a single swipe and click. Switch everything off. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good. That's nice. And can it do the self-steering above 130? That would be nice. Yeah, this is the problem when I only get test cars. I get a car tested and then they get an update a year later and I never see the car again because they don't give me the car again. Why would they? Only if there's a facelift or something new battery or something like that. Otherwise, I don't see it. So I think Volvo doesn't have much influence in the software setup. I think that the EX30 is built and designed in China and Volvo is giving the name. It's the platform, and yes, they maybe said, oh, let's do it like this, let's make the interior look a bit better than a smart #1, but that's it. I don't know if they have say in influence, no idea how that works. Yes, so this is happening on Tuesday, what I said. We're gonna compare Hank against the ID3 GTX. On Wednesday I have off, because usually I work on Wednesday. By the way, I made a video, a week in the life of battery life. It's almost done, I'm still editing it. I filmed everything I do during a week from last Sunday till this Friday, because Friday, Saturday I have off. And it's gonna be again on the Behind the Battery channel soon. So we should expect next EX40 and EX60 will follow EX30. I have no idea if they will do the software from EX30. We'll see. So far it wasn't. The Volvo software on EX40 and 60 was good. I have no problem with it. Spotify worked perfect. With awesome features and buttons and a screen where you can see your speed. Oh my God, it's awesome. Yes, I did this. So Wednesday I have off because on Thursday I have to pick up the Model Y rear-wheel drive in Munich. How much more is the GTX over regular ID3? I think 5,000–6,000 euros, something like that. I have no idea. But you also get more, like I said, 20-inch wheels and stuff like this. Tesla is giving me a press car, but Tesla doesn't deliver press cars like any other car maker. I have to pick it up myself in Munich, so I will drive with Hank to Munich, pick up the Model Y rear-wheel drive. Cindy will take the ID3 GTX to work on Friday then. Matthias and I will do a test drive Model Y rear-wheel drive against Model Y all-wheel drive, his car. And we're gonna see a comparison with these two cars. On Saturday, I will drive with the ID3 GTX against an ID3 Pro S old. So the one that we have heard today from 21 or so, and one that is fairly new, 2 months old, another ID3 Pro S, and see what the consumption is still, since the GTX has the APP 550 motor, so that's interesting. And then on Sunday, I have to do Model Y range tests. So I'm filming from, well, picking up a car, but from Thursday to Sunday, Then Monday and Tuesday I have to do more filming. Elon has failed. Well, the Model Y isn't delivering itself to you. Yeah, doesn't do. That would be amazing. And bring it back. Go home. I don't care. Yeah, no, I have to pick it up and have to bring the dogs. So I bring an extra blanket and drive with Hank to there and pick it up in Munich. What is it? 2 hours, a bit over 2 hours to get there. That's annoying, but well, and since we're not doing comparison with Hank, I leave Hank there. The Model Y is being replaced within months. I drove a new Model 3 and it's a big improvement over the old model. That's true. It's a big improvement, but still, I don't know. The Model 3 didn't catch us, Cindy and me. We were both not very happy. We'll see what the Model Y says, what she says to the Model Y when we get there. She has to drive that. I have to film this. It's amazing. Yeah, and I have to bring it back then a week later. The ID3 GTX will be picked up on Monday. Yes, next Monday. So tomorrow in a week, when I still have the Model Y. And then on Wednesday, like I said, the Cupra Tavascan is coming. And I think it's the VZ, so the all-wheel drive. So for one day on Tuesday in a week, I don't have a car. Yes, I do have the Model Y, but I have to drive Cindy to work. I have to drive Cindy to work with the Model Y, and on Tuesday I have to drive her with the ID3 GTX because I need both cars at home so we can do the test drive. Okay, I'm gonna go. We had a nice talk. I want to relax a bit. I filmed for 8 hours today, and then I'm tired, and tomorrow is editing and everything. So again, if you're interested behind the battery, this one here, this channel, my third channel, where I show what I'm doing on the channel and testing out cameras and stuff like this. And like I said, a week in the life of battery life, that video, I have to edit it again. No like game. Oh, it's true, I totally forgot the like game. I always forget. You always have to remind me. I forget everything, don't I? Let's play a little like game. I'm gonna count down from 3 to 0, and then we all press the like button on this stream together and see how high we get. We are at 68 people that are watching right now. We only have 17 likes. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, and like. No like game. People liked it. 71 people are here. What's going on? Go like the stream. Let's see if. Oh, I see. I'm on delay here. I see you are getting now 1, and you get the like now. That's how late this is. This is normal. And see, we are 20 likes, 24. That's it. 24, 26. Oh my God. Okay, thank you all for being here. That was nice. I'm gonna go lay on the couch, watch stupid television. Just, I need that. I noticed that when I did the Windows 11 install here on this computer, it worked pretty smoothly. It's just a lot of settings, especially in my video editing software, Adobe Premiere. I saved a folder where I thought these are all the settings, but it wasn't. I had to do all the settings, and I like it in a special way, keyboard shortcuts and stuff like this. And that took a long time. And so for 2 days in the evening, where I usually am editing, I was doing this whole thing. And when I was done doing this, I went to bed and I couldn't fall asleep. So I noticed when I'm on a computer doing stuff, I have to go on a couch, watch television, and turn my mind off for a bit, and then go to bed. And then I fall asleep, and everything is fine, isn't it? For Windows 11, just bought a new PC. No, it's not that much difference. So I don't know. I think it wasn't worth it. I needed a new install on this computer because I had Windows 7 on here. Then I updated to Windows 10 without uninstalling or get rid of everything from Windows 7, and everything just worked. And then I even got a new mainboard, CPU and RAM, and didn't install Windows New, it just worked again. And I went just on, and then some things here and there were a bit weird. And I thought maybe at some point I should get Windows 11, and I just did it. And I don't see any advantage now unless instead that updates are gonna be available for longer. That's the only thing. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I thank you all for being here. You have a great week. Maybe I see you next week, and if not, then in 2 weeks, because you know me, I'm a lazy bastard. And Sunday is my busiest day. I get up extremely early and film for many hours, and then I'm tired in the evening, and then I'm like, I don't want to today, I'm tired. I'm sorry. Okay, you all take care. Bye.